Since the federal government shut down over border wall funding 17 days ago, Zion National Park in Utah has been open, but with limited services. Currently, if you drive through the entrance gate, there are no attendants to take your money.
And even in the off-season, which we're technically in right now, that off-season still sees thousands of visitors.
The state of Utah, private entities, and local governments recently decided to pitch in to keep the park accessible and clean.
So the state stepped up and ran it until the end of December, and then the Zion National Park Forever project, they stepped in and helped fund it through January 5th. And so then the county, Washington County and St. George City stood up and said, hey, we ought to help. And so we want to make sure that people can come and experience Zion National Park and at least have some basic services.
So what we're paying for are for federal workers to stock the restrooms, pick up the garbage, keep one campground open, to provide a minimum skeletal framework of services.
There's a four-way split of around $7,200 each that will keep the park open with these basic services through Saturday, the 12th of January.
Although visitation is typically down during the winter months, it doesn't make Zion Park less attractive.
I had an opportunity with my wife to run to the park yesterday to see what that impact was and to feel it firsthand, and it was amazing. We just about wore our cameras out with the snow and the frozen water formations on the cliffs. The park was stellar, and there were many, many other visitors enjoying and seeing that really rare sight of Zion decked in snow.
This has such an impact on us in so many ways, on businesses, restaurants, hotels, motels, and other, tourism-related things that, again, in addition to just the fact that we want people to come and have a good experience, we said let's step up and let's help.
A letter signed by Utah's Congressman was sent to Washington Saturday asking that the parks be allowed to use entrance fees to keep the gates open.
They petitioned the Department of Interior to use gate receipts to keep the park open. And Interior replied actually yesterday on a Sunday that they would look favorably at that. So we're paying for this week right now, but my guess is that next week, if the government remains shut down, the park will remain open with fees generated by entrance payments to pay for that. So it looks like we've got a plan moving forward.
All involved in the unified effort are hoping the problem will come to a resolution soon. In Washington County, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.